Hello, hello. Hey, what's going on? Is that Liz or James? What's going on, Big John? Hello, Angler Holics. Is that Liz or James up there? Just so I know who to say hi to. What's going on, Big John? Big John. Finally made it out here to the lake. Been about almost 2 weeks. Bait fish wasn't biting. Hey, James, what's up? Gets complicated sometimes. Uh, anyways, these steps here are covered in moss. I haven't seen a crawdad in years, but let me go grab my bucket and show you the handfuls of crawdads I'm just reaching in the water and snatching. I'm just getting mountains of crawdads by reaching off these steps and snatching them out of the water. So I figured I'd go ahead and try them for bait. I figure if they don't get eaten up for bait, I might throw them in my aquarium. Hey, what's going on, Karma? But anyways, just all along that front step. It's about that deep there, and it's coated in moss. And they're up there shedding. I think I'm just snatching them out the water. Ain't fished with those for bait in at least over a decade. Figure I'll see what happens since the bait fish ain't biting. No, I'm fishing for catfish. Got the two lures right there and my ugly stick there. Toss them all out there in the deep hole. The big ones on there. See what happens. I've caught them on them before in the past. I got my little bait pole here. I keep throwing it out. So far, I ain't got nothing on it. Been trying to catch panfish. They're normally along here. Got my little floating night crawler. They wasn't biting. I seen them. See, I'm trying to catch some bluegills and stuff, but keeping it out there just in case. Since those wasn't biting and I seen them crawdads, I figured I'd give it a shot. Just feels good to at least be back out. Last time I actually sat and fished for more than just a few hours, it's been almost 3 weeks. Got stuff going on at home. Appreciate everybody popping in, even if it's only for a quick one. I peeked and I saw there was like 4 lives, and of course one of them's Big Mike. He be catching them monsters, so I was like, heck with it. I'm out here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on. You never know what's gonna happen. Now that I have the upgraded StreamYard, it also records, so I can always cut out clips if I catch something and nobody's around. Really wish I could find where these bait fish are hiding at tonight, though. I ain't used to fishing without big old chunks of live fish or cut baits. Keep setting the depths, different depths. So far, I ain't even seen them. Been here about a half hour. What's going on, George? Big Mike's the other one. The other Mike. Hey Lance, what's going on? Let me go grab you guys my bait, show you what I'm using. I've been snatching them out of the water by hand because I can't find the panfish for some reason. Ah, bastard, let me go. Let go of my fingers. There's a whole bunch of crawdads just running right along these steps. So I've been grabbing a bunch of these out. Figure I'll try those, man. Let go. Keeping the bait rod out there just in case, because I'd rather have some live bluegill running out there in that deep hole. I think this is one of the deepest spots I fish here because when I put 4 ounces of lead on and zip it out there, it takes a good, I don't know, 12 to 15 seconds to hit the bottom, it seems. Time 9:07. Yeah, I got here about a half hour ago. As far as getting set up and trying to catch panfish, it wasn't going on. Started snagging all those crawdads once I seen them. Let me point the camera down that way, and I'm gonna go see if I can snag another one so you can see what I'm talking about. It's hilarious. It's literally just past this step, all the way down. think I got them antsy from that last run because they're running away from me a lot harder than they were, but I did snag another one. Like I said, I was just down there about 15, 20 minutes ago, kind of, because I've been here about a half hour. So I think they're kind of antsy right now. But I got about 3 dozen in there probably. What's going on, polar bear? I don't know what to expect with the bite there, buddy, because I'm using crawdads. Got a bait pole out. Right. I tell you what's been weird about this lake lately. I don't know what's going on. It's been real calm. The people that's been watching me for a while see how these waves normally go crash, 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 crash. Came out about 3 weeks ago. It was really calm. Came out about a week ago, but that was I wasn't really fishing. I just wanted to come out and test some of the lighting gear. So obviously I threw rods out because I was at the water, but I was only there, you know, just to test the gear and then get back home. So now I'm hoping to sit here for a while. But right now it's just a bluegill or a green sunfish. Technically, preferably a little yellow hybrid bass. That's my favorites as a bait fish. Some hybrid, little hybrids, man. That's actually my favorite. When I'm at Shelbyville, a lot of times those little hybrids are stacked in there, and I'll catch big old gar and catfish on them. What's going on, Duggar? Ah, dude, I'm catching them fresh out of this water in front of me. Literally, like just reaching in and grabbing them, and then just hooking it on and throwing it out. There's just let go of my knuckle, you bastard! Ouch. There's just like schools of them out there. I'm reaching in and grabbing them. I mean, I ain't seen a crawdad in forever. I figure, heck with it. If the crawdads are running, I'll try it. No, I literally mean like they're little yellow stripers. They're hybrid striped bass. They're yellow, and they literally look like a striped bass. And it's not a yellow bass. They are hybrids, at least around here. I'm in Illinois, smack dab center Illinois, Springfield. Crest their heads, they work better for me that way. Probably gives off some of that brain scent, huh? Well, let me try that on the old ugly stick. Nah, let me bring in one of the leaders rods, just in case you're saying it works good. I'll put it on my middle. Oh, I forgot to turn this back. Tell you what, I'll pull in that middle lure rod. I look for one of the bigger ones. I squish his head and whip it out there and see what happens. Snag. Must have been a tree or something because it came out pretty easy. No nicks on the line. All right. Pretty good size one right there. Go ahead and give that a try, man. I can see how that could probably work. That little brain juice floating in the water. I've caught them on catfish back in the day, Big John. Like I said, it's been forever. I've never even seen them anymore. I'm almost tempted to pull in the ugly stick, put a small hook on there, and just put a couple night crawlers. Just because I really would love to know what's going on with these bait fish, though. Try to go even shallower. I don't know if maybe all these pinching crawdads have run them off. Who knows? Oh, I see a snake or something floating in the water. Uh, just to show it in case he doesn't believe me. There we go. Put on the old Mike Turner t-shirt tonight. Dang it, camera, come on. There you go. That's good enough. He knows his logo. Sorry. Just wanted to show him that I had the shirt on. It's the first piece of obviously I bought equipment off people, but just the first piece of gear to wear that I bought was Mike Turner's shirt. Did an MMA fighter or something there? Nice, Lance. Trying to figure out why there's fireworks going off somewhere. I can hear them way off in the distance, but I have no idea why. Guess there was some sporting event tonight. Yeah, after the smoke, I think I'm just gonna put a little night crawler ball on that ugly stick. See if that can get something. Gives me more options than just the crawdad. Find out where the damn panfish are. They're not breaking the water or anything. Normally they're up here smacking the water. Threw my cast net once, complete open circle, didn't catch anything. There we go. Let's go old school. Big ass ball of night crawler. You ever gonna fish with Bigfoot? If I can ever travel, or if he can ever travel, or if he wants to do a split screen, I told anybody if they ever want to do split screen, if I can get the time, I'll do it with them anytime. Uh, let's see who just mentioned. Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy just asked me if I can do that pond fishing thing with him. I think he said Sunday. He asked about Saturday or Sunday. I told him Sunday be better because I'm off Monday. Saturday I work until 10 p.m. But I want to go to my little DOT lake Now that I have some lights, I mean pond, it's a little water boy. But I think it'd be fun to do a split screen fishing with them. Now, I'm down to fish with anybody. That's why I was excited that time. I thought Bobby was coming until he hit that Crown Royal. Let me get this bait out in the water. Yeah, 4 hours and it's still sinking. I'm trying to find Sunday I may be out fishing, not sure yet. Need to break in my lose rods. Yeah, these things are awesome. I can't wait until I finally start picking up again. I'm hoping it's this season, at the end of this season, and that I don't have to wait all the way till next year. Can't believe how good my year's been until starting this. Worst case scenario, though, next year I get to put them to some good use. Great, I got a bunch of partners throwing rocks in the fucking water and jumping in the water down there. Oh well. The only problem about 3 of my spots that I love is they're so public. It's still loose. I feel like I'm not gonna find these panfish. Tried about all the depths I can think of for all these steps in front of me. Each step is probably about 6 inches deep. And they're usually hanging right off the edge of the steps, like these crawdads are. Just have to find what step they're on, and then usually you got them. What I like about these rods is how damn lightweight they are. Like I got the medium heavies. You would think they'd be heavy. They are. They're real stout, but yet flexible. They're pretty as hell. And they are just light as heck in your hand. So are both the ones you got spinning rods in, Lance? Hey, Turner, I got your shirt on. Yeah, you can't even see it. I showed it a minute ago. Ugh, there it is. Mike Turner, 217. I mean, 712. That's my area code. Well, I'm fishing, not catching yet. Can't find a panfish. So I'm using the damn crawdads that I reached in and snatched. I just went ahead and threw a worm ball on the ugly stick though. Just cause I ain't fished with crawdads in years. Yeah, the medium heavy. Yeah, they are. I can't believe how lightweight they were. I was shocked as hell. Hey, maybe I'll finally start getting some waves. A big boat just went in. Ain't got no barge around here. We call it a boat bag. I really can't wait till we own our house and all that in a few more years, because then I'll get to travel more, hit up some of my old spots like up there in the Illinois River, do some traveling to places I ain't been before. Yeah, I mean, technically though, Lance, if you're used to spinning rods, they work just as good. They just I don't think they bomb as good to me. I mean, you can get out there with the spinning rod, but I feel like bait casters just get out there and they seem to have a little more power to them. That's just me though. I've never been technical about the fishing aspect. I've always just gotten what I could, but now that now that I can get myself some good stuff here and there, I like the bait casters. I mean, this old jinky rod here, this thing here, I'm getting it about 75 yards out there with just 4 ounces of lead. I mean, this is just I don't even know what was it called. I told y'all one. I can't remember. It just says long caster. Like it ain't even got no name brand on it. I don't think. Oh wait, Mr. Fish. That's how generic this is. This says Mr. Fish, long caster. But with 4 ounces of weight and this ugly stick I got it on, I'm getting it out there anywhere from 50 to 75 yards, just whipping it out there with 4 ounces. They can get the job done. And hell, these new rods, what are they? 12 ounces or something like that? Or was it 20 ounce? Yeah, 10 ounce. Yeah, 10 ounce on those. Which I might have to do that next time I go to Shelbyville. I never had a rod I could throw 10 ounces with, so I was always just putting a 4 ounce on there. Sometimes I'd attach a 2 ounce to it too, but I wouldn't be able to get it out there that good because it just wasn't gonna go with that rod. So if he's got a 10 ounce, I might be able to get me some bigger weights or put 2 4s on there. Because that current in Shelbyville behind that dam, man, it's a strong current. What's going on, 336? And this line on that ball of worms keeps going slack. When I put it down there, I tightened it up and it went slack again. Well, it looks like my party goers that was jumping in the water took off. Guess they realized it's 62 degrees out here. Normally I don't come out on no Tuesday because I work Wednesday, but this week's schedule, number one, I got rained out the last 2 weeks for the most part. Kind of irritated me. Number two is since we have all these new hires this week, instead of working at the butt crack of dawn all the way until 10 o'clock at night, I don't have to go in until 2 p.m. So I figure I can come out here and hang out for a few hours, see if I can catch something. If not, at least I got to sit out here and relax. Been doing a bunch of housework, getting it ready for the fall. Today I took down the pool. Last week was dealing with some stuff too because my daughter had a congestion head cold. So of course she had to miss 2 days of school waiting for a COVID test and all that. Even though we're all fully vaccinated, they force you out now. So she had to wait on that test. Now she's back. What's going on, Avid? It sucks in Wisconsin. I got to figure out when I can fish overnight. Getting pretty cold up there or what? Or is it something to do with the shipping? Yeah, it happened to her once last year too. Once last year, she kind of had a head cold, congestion, whatever. Said she didn't feel good, so we kept her home. And they said, "Well, she can't come back until she gets the test." And then now, once this year, This is what I'm using, Evan. Bait fish ain't biting, but these damn crawdads are running all over the place in front of me. So I snatched a bucket full of them. Just kept reaching in and scooping them out. They put them out of school until Thursday. It's been 2 weeks. The heck? Is that like a thing in your area? Like different areas have different restrictions they've been putting on all of it. I know there's some places that says if you have any symptom at all, testing positive or negative, you got to quarantine for the 14 days or whatever it is. "30 minutes before sunrise and 30 minutes after in most areas." Well, that would suck. I don't even like the fact they closed most of my favorite places here where you can go. Because at night, it's not as crazy. Like that boat dock that I fish, man, when I used to go in there at night, they would close the gate and let you, you could park outside and they would close the gate and then you could walk back down there. But now they won't even let you park outside the gate. It literally says no trespassing, no parking, all that. But I used to sit on that dock. Like I said, one time I was telling a story. My girl was pregnant with my son, our first child. She was sleeping on the dock till every time I'd yell for her to wake up and net a fish. That was a long time ago. He's 18 now. But yeah, I used to love going to that dock. It was even better at night. The boat traffic wasn't over there or nothing. There's a park right over here too, in between this spot and that other spot you gotta see me fish a lot. There's a couple parks. They used to do the same thing. You had to come outside with your car and park. And then they closed the gate. They didn't want you having your car up at the park area, but you could park outside. Can't do it no more. And that's got a real nice dock on it too. It's got a covered dock too for when it rains. Yeah, I get an email every damn day, 336, almost every day. We get an email of a student, a teacher, or a faculty member, like a lunch lady or whatever. They obviously don't tell you who it is because they can't. That's against the law. But I get an email every day of at least, oh, we just want to inform you 2 students tested positive. The only specifics they'll give you is if it's in your classroom. Like they'll tell you it was in one of your students' classroom. They don't force your kid out in that instance, but they alert you, so you can do something about it if you want to. Going on, Pontoon Jetty? Just out here chilling. Can't seem to find the panfish. Hey, bring bass and beyond. So I'm using crawdads. Keeping the bait pole out there just in case. They ain't nibbling. I should be able to catch the entire flathead thing between you and Jeremy, by the way. Because I should be off between 9 and 9:30 my time that night. So at worst case scenario, I'll miss the beginning of it. But I'll be there for the rest of it. It's a Thursday night. This Thursday night, the one between Jeremy and Jody. 10 p.m. Well, depending on what your time zone is. That's what we're rocking out there, Jody. Since I can't catch any bluegills or panfish or anything right now, catching fresh crawdads and throwing them out. I'll try these a little closer. Got my other two rods pretty far out there. Go ahead and put that one a little closer since the crawdads are right on these front steps. Maybe they're coming in to eat them. Hey, what's up, Outdoor Jack? What's going on, Dan? God dang it. Sorry, I'm not trying to highlight. I'm trying to scroll to see who else. Hey, Suey. What's going on? Thanks for popping in. Where'd they go? There it is. That's it. I'm gonna try to go drum deep. See if I can get a little drum or catfish out there for bait. I ain't been able to find them on the first 4 steps. I'll just put it about 5 feet deep. Let's see what that does. I need some good bait. I'll try to get my face in there, son. Congrats on 200, Jack. What's going on, your boy Troy? So what's everybody's takes on these fresh crawdads, except for Duggar, who told me to squish his head? Should I walk down there into the rocks and try to find some bait fish? I ain't used them for like 10 years at least. Yeah, Troy, I finally got tired of wishing and just brought my ass out here. I figure even if I don't catch anything, I'm out here. It's been a while. Trying to play the pity card, huh? Hey, thanks, Suey. That's what it's all about. Love, man. Love. And apparently motorcycles. They keep coming through. See, that just shows y'all was a hosting match made in heaven, man. You got Bigfoot and Barefoot. I almost feel like walking all the way down there by that tree. There's some rocks by the tree instead of just these steps. I wonder if they're in cover. The bait fish. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm gonna try to turn it. See if you can see way down there. Way down there where it starts to get dark to where you can't see no more. There's actually a little rocky shore and an overhanging tree. I'm almost wondering if the bait fish ran down there, because they're normally all along this bank where these crawdads was. Did somebody ask Jack's link, drop it, just in case I don't have it either. Recognize the name, but sometimes I click on a link in here and find out I don't have the person. So if anybody has a link, feel free to drop it out. You too, Suey. Looks like another boat's coming into the dock. Got a little free boat launch over there. Did I miss Valerie? Hey, what's going on, Valerie? I finally got to make a little clip of the remember when I caught that paw, I said I'm gonna make a little clip. I finally had a little time today and was able to. What I had to do, because see, now that I had the professional StreamYard, well, not the full professional one, but I paid the 25. Now my videos record. All of these videos record up to 50 megabytes. So I was able to chop out that one day where I caught the drum and the channel cat on that little pole, but I didn't have it that night I was here and I caught the fish. When you're on the free StreamYard, it doesn't, you can't download the video. It'll record, but you can't download it. So I went and I found me some kind of YouTube downloader thing today, and I downloaded my video when I caught that pole out here. So I was able to make that video finally. I called it The Adventures of the Little Rod or something like that. And anytime I use it and catch fish on it, I'll make another little clip of it. And I'll create a playlist of just fish I've caught on that little pole. I think that's a good little funny thing. The Adventures of the Little Rod. $700. Sorry to chat, John. Close to 700 finally. I'm stoked about it. Yeah, good job, man. Put in the time, put in the work, throw out the content. People eventually will get there. The other thing that sucks is this dam down here used to be really good too, but they have completely buoyed it off. You can't get anywhere near it now. even on the bank. They fenced it. They put a big old long fence out. So you can't really fish close to the dam anymore, even in a boat. Thanks, Lance. Oh, by the way, Jody, if you didn't see it earlier, Jeremy was talking about how he was rigging up 30 rigs. He's prepared. Somebody just rode on and by on a bicycle. They probably think I'm crazy. Who the fuck's he talking to? Anyways, he was I think he was in Dabo's channel. I was watching Dabo a little while earlier. Or it might have been somebody else's, but I seen him say he was tying up rigs, and he said he was tying up about 30. Shh, you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, I like Yee. The first video I think I saw of his was when he was out there teaching his daughter how to unhook a fish and all that, and her little yee yee. It was cute as hell and awesome. That's what I love about my daughter. She loves to fish. Her and my wife don't want to do the camera thing. They're like, if we go fishing, keep us off camera. But my daughter loves to fish. My son he doesn't get into it. He likes it when he catches them, but he really would rather do other stuff. Oh, by the way, good show. There's Jeremy. Good show last night, Jody. I watched about half of it live, but then I had to bail out. And the ladies gonna spend some time watching some movies and stuff. I finished watching the other half of it today. What's going on, Chris Garcia? Hey, Jeremy, I don't know, because we were in that chat and it was flying by. When you said, can I fish Saturday or Sunday in the pond? I said Sunday would be a better time for me. All you gotta do, just email me if you remember my email. If not, it's just my channel name at hotmail.com. But yeah, I haven't fished in that pond since probably the spring. I'd love to go ahead and sit out there overnight with my lights on and fish. There's two little spots in that thing I like to fish. There's one over to the right, which I might take corn with me just to see if some carp will bite on it. But there's also a little dock there where I like to cast out from the dock and just lean the poles against the dock. Yeah, I believe that's true about watching the videos and commenting and stuff. Because I'll tell you, uh, today when I went downstairs and messed around for a while, I finally hopped on the old desktop. I have YouTube Studio on my thing for checking to see what's going on, but it's a lot better on the computer. Way more options. And it's funny because it shows in 90 days, which I mean, that's when I started, I believe. It was July 21st, I think was my first video. Maybe July 22nd, somewhere around there. But anyways, so I checked the 90-day stats so I can kind of get a feel for the whole thing. And I have 141 now, but it says I have lost like 40 people throughout that time. So it's kind of funny. It goes up and down, up and down. Now, I don't know if that's people who said, oh, this guy ain't doing nothing, I ain't going to watch him, and unsubscribe. Or if that's people who subscribed and then never really interacted, so they got taken off. I don't know. But yeah, I try to go around, interact, thumb up the videos, pop into lives, make a few comments in lives. Sometimes I watch them all, of course. Sometimes I go watch somebody's replay. I definitely always leave a comment if I'm checking them out. I'll pop a comment on there, and I seem to stick. So take it easy, outdoor. Now, which one are you doing Saturday, Jeremy? Yeah, I really do think that has something to do with it. I'll tell you one thing, a lot of these channels that I do comment on, I want to tell them that they should go put preview comments on for some of them, because I don't know what this one link is, but it's always from funky names, and it just it's a URL. I don't click links that I don't know, and it's just a weird little like 5-letter URL, but it's on so many comments. It never makes it through to mine because I have prevent suspicious comments turned on. So if somebody comes in there and puts a URL as a comment to my video, it ain't gonna post it. I have to approve it, and it's the same damn URL every time. So I just always delete it. I got a tournament from a catfish club. All right, I'm gonna go live during the tournament. All right, I'll be in the heat of battle at work then. I might have to catch the replay on that one at some point. Oh wait, no, wait a minute. I forgot my whole schedule changed this week. I don't go in until 2 this week. So if you're doing the tournament during the day and then your weigh-in is at 3:30, I might be able to watch most of the tournament. And then peek in near the weigh-in time. I don't know if these people are having trouble or what, but they are still messing with their boat over there at the dock. It's just a Budweiser. Speaking of which, yeah, anytime I go out, I just drink, Miller Lite or Budweiser or something like that. And then I've even started doing that on my lives at home, except for that one night, the other night, because I wasn't planning on going live, and I'd already had a few locos, but I had some requests to go live, so I said, I hell with it, I go live. Yeah, cheers. I'm gonna go live for if I'm catching fish. Oh, because it's the tournament. I was like, "What? You scared of skunk like I am right now? Come on now, we all do it." I just wish I'd know what was going on with this lake. The last 2 times I've been here, it's flat. I mean, this looks like a damn pond. Let me see if I'm gonna turn it towards the lights down there by the power plant. There's just barely some ripples. I don't even know if they'll show up on the camera. If you look at that light, there's just like barely ripples on the water. This is that same place that one night I was here and caught the pole. Them waves were going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And just like that one time I was at my other spot, every time I'm there, you guys see those waves crashing. Hey, Chunky, what's going on, man? Elston in the house. That's another one I'm waiting on. That has and Chunky. Anyways, as I was saying, I mean, it's flat like a mirror out here almost. There's no current. I don't know what's going on. Even when the boat came through to go over to the boat dock there, I barely even got waves off of that. Can't seem to even get the bait fish to bite tonight, Chunky. So I reached in, caught I have a whole bunch of crawdads. Threw them out on two of these rods and a worm ball on one. Nothing going on. Ten, 18. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bait ball one more, or worm ball one more. Just leave crawdad on one. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, it's crazy, Troy. But I'm just glad to be out here after 2 weeks of not being on the water almost. The only time I came out was when I did my little preview of lights and stuff. I literally only came out to do that and sat there maybe like an hour, hour and a half max, just doing that kind of showing the example, and then took off because I had stuff to get done. But came out here tonight, and even the bait rod ain't doing nothing. Snatched up all those crawdads, trying those for bait. Since they're here, I'm like, hey, let me try those. Nothing going on, so I figured let's try some bait ball or worm balls. Which Uncle Lou rod did you get? I got two of the medium heavies. So basically the same rod. Two medium heavy bait casters. I put the Cast King 90 on one. Sorry, that line looked like it was going a little slack on the Cast King. The Cast King 90 on one, and then that Song or Lang or whatever that weird word is, put that on the other. Coffee and biscuits. Y'all call biscuits. Y'all's biscuits is different than what we call biscuits, though, ain't they? I think what they be calling biscuits is what we call kind of almost like finger cookies. I could be wrong. Hello, Rewa. If I'm saying that right. Oh crap! Why am I thinking you were one of the UK crowd, Valerie? That is my bad. Maybe because you're on late night with them usually. Oh, my bad. Well, apparently not. She's in Ohio. That would be like some biscuits and gravy. Ah, poor Valerie. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Yeah, kind of like those. Like I think they're like little kind of like finger cookies is what they look like. And they call them biscuits. Oops. Sorry, my bait pole was underneath the camera there. Although I don't think I can call it a bait pole tonight because it sure ain't catching me no bait. Where's my phone at? 65? Check down catfishing. What's up, man? I'll tell you one thing, if the fish don't eat these crawdads, I'm going to throw them in the tank with my soft shell turtle and see if he likes them. If he doesn't, maybe they'll at least sit in there long enough for me to try them at the pond. Like I said, I ain't tried crawdads in forever, but that pond is full of leaves. So I figure if I throw a Santee rig out there and have the crawdad floating up above the leaf pile, that might work for something. Hey, Alicia, what's going on? How can I earn the position of a moderator? I might need to know you a little longer. I don't know. I might throw you up there, man. You never had too many. Because sometimes when people ain't on, the other ones are. So I will only say one thing. If there's ever a time where we're in here and there does happen to be 5 or 6 mods and one of those goofy bots come in, I'll designate one person. That's the only person that needs to be clicking to block them. Because other than that, everybody's blocking at the same time, and then half of them are unblocking them. That's why usually when I'm a moderator and that's going on, I'll try it first. But if I see other people doing it, I'll just hang back because otherwise we're all unblocking the damn thing. I'm still waiting to see that. I know I had that goofy troll that one night that I was lit up on too many locals to know what was going on, but I'm curious if one comes in with all that goofy link attempt and spam attempt, how it's going to work, because I have 3 settings on that say block all suspicious messages, but I know how script bots work back in the day anyways. I don't know about nowadays, but back in the day, they could get past those type of settings. So I'm curious to see eventually when it happens. Yeah, but the thing about the reporting is I don't know how well that would work against a script, because what you're kind of, the script is not like you're reporting that name, and that name probably doesn't even really exist. That account probably, it's a script. That's why it comes up with name after name after name when it gets booted. It will just create a name and come back in. It's not like you're blocking a channel, to my knowledge. Like I said, I don't know how YouTube script bots work. Maybe I'll check into it one day just so I can have a better upper hand against it. Maybe I'll treat it like way back in the day when I used to be in the computers and stuff. But as of now, I'm just thinking of how scripts work. So reporting that script or reporting that name, you're probably reporting to the air. Basically 336. That's what I'm assuming. Like I said, I have not researched YouTube script bots, but I am assuming basically it's just a random ass name that, comes in. It's not really an account, obviously. That's why the same person is running that bot. It's just one person. It's not like there's 50 attacking you at once. It's that one person coming in name after name after name. Lee Evans had one the other day that shows a good example. That one was actually literally trying to interact with the chat because Lee said he reported him as a child, whatever, abuser. So the next name that came in started sending block letter text. What do you call that font? It was a block letter font saying Lee is a child abuser. It eventually got bored and left. Becca and Lee and a couple other people were in there, and there was about 20 of us chatting, and it got bored enough that it left. my God, I wonder if you guys can see that. These people are still over there trying to load that boat. Those lights right there, they've been over there either trying to get a boat in the water or take a boat out of the water for at least a good half hour to 40 minutes, it seems like. I just keep hearing noises. And they're still there. Yeah, she can drop her own link because she's a mod. By the way, to all the mods, you can feel free to do that too. I've noticed in a lot of places, like moderators drop everybody else's links, but they don't drop their own. They rely on another mod to do that. If you're a mod, feel free to self promote your own channel, man. I mean, most of the people in here know each other, but occasionally they don't. So I'm all for spreading yourselves and spreading the other people you know out there. Like I told Valerie that one night, even if it's somebody who's not subscribed to me, but it's somebody that you like, feel free to help them out in here. I don't mind. I mean, that's what communities are about. Growing together, getting to know each other. I usually scroll back through and click all the links that have been dropped just in case I don't have somebody. I did already have your one buddy that you had dropped the other night, Valerie, when you asked if you could drop his link. I've already had them for a little while. I watched one of his lives for a little bit one day. The guy that focuses on like the pike and stuff, the real heavy accent. Hey, what's going on, Lisa? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Mike T had a lot of them one night too. I told him he has something about it, or somebody asked him maybe, I forget what it was, and he said he had a lot of them. So he dropped like I think 7 or 8 of them at least. I picked up all of them too. Obviously, with being busy and the different time zones and stuff like that, I can't catch them all the time. But there's times I've caught some of their lives. Like Rich and Leo, I've caught some of his lives. But then I check in every once in a while if they have a short video, like a 10-minute video, or if they have a short to watch, I'll make sure to watch that and like it and stuff. I cannot believe this water. It just looks like a pond tonight. It's flat as hell, barely any ripples, and reflecting everything that's coming down at it. And I don't even see a moon anywhere. This up there. Oh man, Alicia. That's a tough one. You ain't gotta do nothing, buddy. Like I said, usually the day after or the next couple of days, I usually watch my lives back, and if people have asked to be a mod, I usually do it. Not always, but usually. Like you ain't gotta do nothing special to be a moderator. Wonder where got the geese going. I don't know if they nest down there or what, but there's a spot about 70 yards that way, and they all just chill in the same spot. Then every once in a while they just get going crazy and all get in the water. I think I'll go ahead and leave my bait pole out, I guess. I don't know. What's the one I'm looking at? Yeah. It's going to be my last cast with the bait pole. If it don't get picked up, I'm just going to leave it out of the water. This is insane. Like I damn near pretty much already given up on thinking I'm going to get some bluegill for the night. That's for sure. Just gonna have to hope the old trusty worm kicks in, or the crawdad gets picked up, I guess. Yeah, nah, brother. Here, you ain't gotta earn nothing here. Just once you have a wrench, I do keep an eye on stuff, and if I see anybody abuse a wrench, like just kicking somebody for no reason or something like that, I would take the wrench away and put them off the channel. You ain't gotta earn it, but I guess technically you gotta earn the right to keep it. Moderators are basically there to help protect the chat, protect other people, and then send out some links and share people out and stuff. So if they're just timing people out or kicking them and for no reason, if it's a joke, occasionally that's fine, because me and Turner will pull some of that. It's fine as a joke once, but if it's abused, then yeah, I'd be like, okay, rent's gone, booty from the channel. Most people don't play that type of stuff though, so. Pretty much, Valerie. I mean, that's just like me. I've never asked for it. I noticed I have it in a few channels. It's like I've never said, hey, can you drop my link? People just get to know, like, hey, man, he's been in here supporting the shit. He's trying to do his thing, and they'll drop the link. It's just what it is. What's up, Big Matt? How's it going, man? But noticing you began real good with the StreamYard. I'm glad to see that, man. I haven't been able to watch all the stuff you're doing, but I'm seeing like the little get together chats and stuff. I'll drop by and give it a thumb up and occasionally say hey real quick, but I'm still trying to work out a weird schedule and going through new stuff at home where I'm trying to work out some home stuff too. So I haven't had as much time as I did. I'm gonna laugh if I do get the split screen with Jeremy this Sunday and end up doing a skunk buster at the pond and catching some decent fish. It's been a minute. That pond has some big ones. It's got big carp, big bass, and big channels. That's the only two catfish it has, to my knowledge, is channel cat and bullheads. I don't think it's got no blues or nothing like that in there. There ain't no signs about them. I know they got the trout that I catch in the spring. I know they got nice crappie. I've seen real big carp, and I pulled some decent cats out of there. 5-6 pound channel cats out of there. I just got to make sure. Now I know I'm gonna catch some panfish there to use for bait, but I'm probably gonna take I might even take a little corn for once, just to throw out one carp rod, see what happens. Yeah, people get iffy about it sometimes. Me, I never care. Some got removed, and it should be because that channel is different. That's why, I mean, you guys know me. I'll drop f bombs and whatever. I don't give a damn. But when I'm on anybody else's channel, except for maybe Dobson Explicit, but anytime I'm on Kevin's or whatever else, I'll just say heck, things like that. I want to mind my p's and q's on somebody else's channel because that's their channel. Most of them are family channels. So I'm not gonna do something that's gonna have a moderator have to remove me or the channel from booting me because I enjoy what I'm watching. Hey Deadpool, what's up? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go down there and see if I can snatch a few more crawdads to replace the ones I was using. Try to adjust the camera just in case I snatch a few more. I was able to get 2 more. Somebody's garbage. No, I'm not doing the challenge, but I will make sure to get this garbage out of here. But 2 more little crawdads. Like I said, even if the fish don't eat them, my turtle might. Or I'll use them in the pond. Big man. This one guy. Yeah, Matt. Like I was saying, hopefully I'll do it at the end of this season and not have to wait till next season. But either way, it'll get there again. What's up, Curtis? Yeah, I wish it was like that here, Deadpool. It's like I don't know, 30 cents a pound. That's just like the glass bottles. There's a lot of states where you can return bottles for 5, 10, or 15 cents. Here, nothing. You can recycle them in your bin, or you can take them to the recycling place for free and drop them off, but they don't pay you for them. But yeah, I do keep all my cans because what we do is we take them in. We usually have a couple £100 worth by the time I get them all ran in, and then we just put that money aside into the kids. We add it to their college funds and stuff because we had little college funds for them, and then any little money, extra money that we have out of goofy stuff like the cans and stuff, we just toss that in there with it. It adds up when you start early. If you start early with that stuff, man, it really adds up. By the time they're gonna use it, you figure you add $100 here, $100 there, $200 here, $200 there for 18 years from the time they're born till they're actually gonna use it. It's added up. And then if they don't use it, they can usually borrow out of it or whatever you want to call it. You close it out and get your money, or at least part of it. Money in the bank. Yep. Speaking of which, my lady just messaged up there. All right. California CIV is money in the bank. You basically don't have to collect bottles for a living. Yeah. I think Maine is one of them too. If you look on the bottles, I think Maine pays like 15 cents or something like that. Michigan, I think, paid it quite a bit. But yeah, as far as the cans here, man, it's gone up. There's been times, I guess during the aluminum shortage, I don't freaking know. There's been times where it's gone up, but it's generally basically 30 to 35 cents a pound for cans. And they're real picky about it. They're like, oh, the cans can't even be wet and all that because they don't want that water rate, I guess. So, like, if you're out there collecting them, you got to let them dry out for a while. And you got to store them somewhere where they're not getting rained on. Hey, what's going on, Randall? 2-liter bottles of big man. Huh. Yeah, see, we don't do that here either. Aluminum cans, well, they do like steel and brass and whatever, but as far as your basics, your plastic bottles and whatever, your plastic is junk. They'll recycle it, but matter of fact, you pay for it. That's the crazy part. You're not even getting it for free. You're actually paying for your garbage and your recycling, so you're paying to recycle. I mean, we still do it, even though a lot of it doesn't fully technically get recycled. I've watched a few specials on it, but I mean, it beats doing nothing. And plus, like I said, with the aluminum, I take those in personally so we can get the change. for the kids' accounts. I'm gonna take the bait pole out of the water, and I think I'm gonna throw my one of my worm balls closer to bank. See what happens instead of having it way out there in the deep. But this bait pole is just pointless hanging out there. All right, I only threw that one out there about 30 yards. Brought that in closer. It does not seem like it's gonna matter tonight, though. Oops, I forgot to turn the camera back towards the rise. Oops. Thanks for asking that, Lance. That's why I keep looking. I was waiting to see what he says. I asked in the chat earlier, but it was like flying by. I don't know if he saw it. Hey, what's up, Frogster? I figure I might as well. Came out to the lake. Kind of glad I did, because the fish ain't doing it for me, so at least the company is a little bit. I ain't even been able to catch bait fish. I just threw Nightcrawler and Crawdad out there. I almost was thinking about just sitting here and trying to, take video. It's been a long time since I've done that, where I just pause it and keep it ready. And I'd have been bored as heck doing that. I'd probably already be back at home instead of enjoying the water. I was gonna try to have my lady come out with me, but I forgot she kind of has a new schedule along with mine too that hopefully I'll be having soon. But she works at 8 in the morning, so I wasn't going. I told her, I was like, "Hey, you want to go out?" And I was like, "Oh crap, I forgot you got the new hours." 63 degrees. Yeah, it went up. It was 62. Kind of weird though, since there's no wind out here blowing these ways. I'm not even cold at 62 degrees. I brought a jacket just in case. I have a jacket back here, but I ain't even wearing it. The dew point kind of sucks, so everything out here is kind of wet. What is a dance? Oh, dance competition. All right. It said dance comp. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, competition, duh. Oh yeah, I can imagine, Randall. Thanks for popping in and continued thoughts for you and Tammy. That was great news, man. I was so happy when I heard surgery went well and all that. Obviously, it's still tough times, but that's better news. Oh, that's my bucket. I was trying to figure out what that noise was. Every once in a while, I'm hearing a noise over there. I forgot I had my bucket on the aerator. I have it on intermittent instead of full time since I don't have any fish in there. It's just the crawdad. That's my problem. I don't have no tide here. Like, just nothing is moving out here. I'm not hearing no bait fish jump, no bass chasing bait fish, or these crawdads. There's just like tons of crawdads along this thing for some reason. It seems like they're shedding because I did find a couple of soft shell crawdads. So I think they're up here doing their like mating or shedding or whatever they do. Like I said, I ain't seen one for like over a decade. I just haven't been lifting up rocks to look for them or nothing because I don't ever use them. I did when I was younger, but not now. Welcome back, Jack. I'll tell you, next time Epic's on one of his Q&A things, I might be like, hey, if your lake is normally really windy and choppy and it's flat as hell, should you not fish? Anytime my lake is kicking, like, it seems better. I don't know if it's because there's no moon, so it's not pulling, creating waves or what. But this just looks like a giant pond to me right now. Flip jigs, any tips? Uh, I personally don't mess with lures that much. I mean, I have a bunch, but I personally don't mess with them that much. There are people in here that are into jigging and lures and all that. Usually, if I do, I just stick to little easy spinners. I mean, I got some deep divers and square bills and all that other stuff, and I got some swim baits and. But usually, all my crappie and bass when I'm playing around with, I just use little inline spinners. I know if Bobby was in there, he probably has some tips for you. Straight to the point outdoors. But I know there's a few other people in here that probably mess around with that. Okay. Go away, Seagull. That damn seagull was flying right at me. I don't know if he made it in the camera range. He was swooping right at me like this and then finally made a hard turn right there. I don't know if he got into the camera frame or not. I leaned in because I thought I seen my line like that, and then all of a sudden I seen a bird coming right at me. Big old white seagull. You talk about your actual bass jigs, or you talk about just like jig heads and skirts and stuff and the little curly tails, or do you mean like actual those bass jigs with the big fat head that you bounce off the bottom and stuff? StreamYard. Hey, Reef Bobber, what's up? I mean, robber. I still don't know why I always call you bobber. I do it damn near every time. Just chilling, man. The fish is the. I don't know what's up the lake. It's flat as a pond. I have no current, no anything going on, and I couldn't even catch bait fish tonight, brother, buddy. Yeah, the heavy duty bass jigs. That's why I figured you, man. I was just double checking. Yeah, I honestly don't even know if I've ever even used a jig like those bass jigs. I've used jig heads and skirts and tubes and the little curly tails and all that. Yeah, I have no idea. Every time I look up there, I just say reef popper. Uh, Should have reef robber. Maybe it should have been reef thief. But anyways, as I was saying, this water is just flat. You can tell there's not one single wave. It's weird. I think it's affected. And then, not to mention, we were like 90 degrees, I think, 3 days ago, and today we're 60. So that might have affected something. No idea. But I couldn't even catch panfish, so I just got a couple worm balls out and a crawdad out. I got a whole bucket of crawdads that were along here. I guess maybe since the waves aren't crashing, they're up here on this moss bed in front of these steps. I just reached in and snatched a bunch of them. I got a whole bucket over there. Except late for dinner, especially when I'm cooking those big old steaks like this, huh? I don't know if you ever saw that video, but I went and bought me some 2 pound steaks. Oh, they were freaking awesome. Oh man, medium heavy action. Well, that's what these two are. These two orange ones in front of me, they're medium heavy. I mean, they're bait casting rods, but that's what a lot of bass fish are like, anyways. But I mean, you kind of gear up for your water, even though it seems weird because lately I'm not doing too well. But I have fish that I need these rods for. Uh, but if you're fishing in a place that ain't Okeechobee, I assume that means you ain't got the big ones. Then go with the medium or even a medium light and have some fun. Because if you catch a bigger fish on a smaller rod, it's amazing. That little bait rod I have over here has 2 pound line, and I've caught 6 pound fish on it. And I've had to loosen a drag and almost gotten spooled on them before. And then you got to watch out for the rocks and everything else. So you're all over the place and you're running up and down the bank. You land that fish, you're happy as hell. Hell yeah, bandit. Yeah, those steaks were awesome. Oh, see, I don't use braided line. I really never have because I'm usually in real snaggy and rocky areas, and I hear braid cuts easier along those rocks. I could be wrong. That's just what I think I've heard people say. I've just never used braided line myself. I have used fluorocarbon, uh, and then I got power mono. Basically, I use the power mono for almost everything. Sometimes it's normal mono, but yeah, I've never gotten into that braided line stuff. I mean, if I was fishing straight down off a boat, maybe because you get a thinner diameter, you put more string in there, and you ain't so worried about the rocks and stuff. Braided line is overrated, in my opinion. Yeah, see, Lance is kind of agreeing there. if I recall right from what I hear, like I said, I've never been a technical fisherman. I've just fished all my life, but I've never been like, oh, I got to get into this and I got to get into that until just recently. Like I never, hell, when I was younger, I never even cared, if I had a circle hook, a J hook. Hell, there was times I was using bass worm hooks because that's all I could get. Uh, so I don't know all the technicalities about all that different stuff, but I do know, what I hear people say, and I try to retain what I hear them saying. And it's just different situations are going to call for them different types of strings. Well, see, you're saying no stretch, but I mean, when you're hooking into a big old catfish, sometimes you need a little give. It's just like with the rods, we want the big bulky uh, backbone of the rod, but we want a real flexible tip to hey, what's going on, Lou? There's a man that's gonna know some of that stuff. But we like that flexible tip too, because you gotta have some give. So I would kind of assume with lines it's the same thing. But I just know that I fish a lot of rocky and snaggy areas, and I hear that a braid's gonna just like pop on that if it touches it, a sharp edge. But like I said, you got to kind of know what your area is, and then what situation's working for you. So I was right on that one. All right, I thought I heard people say that before. Yeah, it's just I'm not disagreeing with you for your personal preference or your waters that you're fishing, because I don't know what your situation is. I'm just going off of my situation and then what I've heard about braid and stuff. So yeah, I've never used braid in my entire life. I'm 46. I've been fishing since I was 3. I've never used braid, and it wasn't anything against it. I've just never used it. And then when I started getting into the technical side of fishing and stuff, and watching YouTube and all that, just going off of what I've learned, braid probably wouldn't work for me in most of the places I fish. Second coffee now. All right. So it sounds like I was right. It seems like everybody's kind of agreeing like that the rocky stuff is not good for braid. I just know you get a real thin diameter and it's really strong, and then it has like no memory and no stretch. That's about all I know about it. I'll be right back. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably where it helps you more. Are you mainly for like bass then, outdoor Jack? Like you're reeling in when you feel that hit, you got to try to set the hook in on them. So yeah, that would work better for you. Most of us, when we're catfishing, we got them circle hooks, which basically will hook itself. That fish goes running, all you gotta do is reel down on it or put the brakes on it for a minute, and that hook will just come up and turn and go right into the corner of his mouth. We don't technically have to yank when you're using, circle hooks for catfish. Hey, I finally heard a fish jump out there. What time is it? 11:20. Huh. That's the first activity I've heard so far. Probably a carp. It was a big jump. Hey, what's going on, Has? It's been awful. I gave up on my bait pole. I have a whole bucket of crawdads though. Let me show you this. This is hilarious. Right in front of me, for some reason, there are tons and tons and tons of crawdads. So I've been snatching those and trying to use those for bait. Got a bunch of them. Nothing's been hitting those either, so I went ahead and threw 2 worm balls out. Nothing's been hitting that either, so it's kind of crazy. I did just hear my first splash finally out there. I don't know if that's gonna mean anything or not. What's going on, Brian B? He said it's past your bedtime. I think Lou's part of that no sleep crowd too, for the most part. Is that Hayes or Has outdoor, Jack? Yeah, I haven't even seen a crawdad in about a decade. Has That's what makes it funny as hell. I just happened to be walking by and I seen them in the shadows on that moss bed that's in front of these steps. So I just started reaching in and grabbing them. I probably got about 30 in there. I figure I'll throw them in my turtle tank if I don't catch any fish on them. Did you just say I think I has what it takes? Who said that? I'm waiting for that chunky and has one. You guys are just both so full of personality, and you got this stuff. You got that good Potomac going on. That's gonna be a good challenge. I can't wait. That one and Jody and Jeremy are the 2 big ones that I'm waiting to enjoy this week. Extra jumper time. Oh, this dew point out here getting so wet, I'm almost tempted to throw my jacket on. I am starting to feel a chill a little bit. I was doing all right, but it's just getting so like my chair is getting wet down here. Thanks, Brian. There you go, Jack. Cracking up. Why was you asking for the link? What you smoking tonight? Oh, did we wake the frogster up? I really am hoping I get to show a bend on this ride this season and not have to wait till next season. Although by next season I'll have a full setup of everything. I'm definitely gonna get at least 2 more, Lou, when I can before next season. And thanks to Chunky for giving me the advice on the black lights. I'm gonna make sure I get me some 80 watters. I didn't know what it would take. I picked up them 220 watts, and I noticed. I'm like, yeah, that's not really doing nothing. He happened to come in while I was talking and said, you need 80 watts to get it going. Obviously, ain't nobody never gonna be no king of bling like Chunky, but if I can put on a little bit of a show down there, I got that complex light too for when I go into real dark areas. It's enhancing my fishing. That's what I love about it too. It's not just about trying to put on the show for somebody else, but it enhances me because there's spots I'd like to go. I would have never known about these complex lights and all this other stuff if I hadn't been watching y'all channel. Now I got all these little heavy duty power sources and all that. So we appreciate you guys sharing your knowledge. Getting ready to order more rides in a couple weeks. Awesome. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to get them, but I'm definitely gonna have them before next season. I might even throw one spinning rod in there instead of like I'll probably have 3 baitcasters and one spinner. I'm not for sure yet though, but I definitely want to make sure next season when I start up because of how this season went, it was great. I caught the biggest trouts I've ever caught. I caught some of the bigger cats I've ever caught, at least in a while. Things like that. But man, starting this up a couple months ago in the dead of summer, I dropped off over here. But hell, by next year, if things are going good enough, I might be able to start taking road trips. Head up to Peoria again, hit the Illinois River, places around there. Maybe go down south a little bit. Just do at least a little traveling too to get some different spots in. Hey, that's nice. Has probably work on a couple of those. So I don't want to pack the night. I might even eventually try to get some of them like little what do you call those? The floating things, demon dragon, whatever, all those types. I just use peg floats right now when I need to do that. Keep it off the rocky bottom or the leafy bottom. Float the bait up. Either that or I might just go with bigger floats. Uncle Lucy. That's why you're oh shit. Yep. That's all it takes. Putting out the good content. Some channels gonna do better than others because they also keep it clean. But then you got people with big personalities like Has Life. You can't help but want to subscribe to them. Yeah, broken. I'm broke, live paycheck to paycheck, and I'll still support some of these channels with the joining their membership too. Not just subbing to them, but I want to help support them to help them keep going and doing what they do. Join the channel too. Charlie Brown and Joe. Charlie Brown. Why is everybody always picking on him? uh, nah, outdoor. If you don't like my language, you can go on sub now. I'll try to keep it clean mainly, but if I'm gonna drop a bomb, I'm gonna drop a bomb. Uh, Jody was up there just a minute ago. Charlie Brown probably hiding in the background. He peeks in and out. Yeah, see, there's pontoon right there. Boom. Yeah, that's what it's all about, Has. I mean, we love what you guys do, and you share information. You're willing to help and teach. You're willing to come down and talk with the small folk. You know what I mean? So I'll do what I can, and when I add it all up, I'm like, okay, I can do that. And so I have joined to a few of the channels that I appreciate what they do. It's just that little extra appreciation that can help you guys, especially like when you want to do giveaways, things like that, or you want to get a new piece of equipment, something broke, you know, got enough people trying to throw up some support. It helps you keep doing what you're doing, which keeps us happy. I mean, that's how I look at it, anyways. Hey, welcome back, Sue. A flipping stick. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm sorry, I don't do much bass fishing, but I'll tell you, you're saying flipping stick. I'll show you something funny. I caught a pitching stick out of this very spot. I brought it with me just in case. I know this ain't what you need though. This is called a pitching stick though. But I'll tell you one thing: the rod tip can touch the reel. It's unbreakable. But yeah, you're talking about the flipping stick. That's a little more heavy duty. The only thing I could say about all that stuff, since I don't do that type of fishing, is Google it or look for it on Amazon or ask other fishermen that are into that type of fishing, man. Hey, thanks, Troy. Appreciate you popping in, man. Have a good one. Yeah, Jack, man, you just put out the content, do your thing, be yourself, You know, you can pick up tips from other people and use stuff that other people do. Like I didn't know nothing about these lighting things. I didn't know about trying to get some glow in the dark and black lights and all that. I wouldn't have thought about that at fishing. But watching people, don't try to be them, be yourself. You could take some tips and some tricks and, you know, buy you some lights and whatever, but be yourself, bro. Put out content, hang out in other people's chats, say hi, chit chat, stay on topic, you know, you know, support them, and eventually they may come support you. And when your content's going out there, you're going to get supporters that you don't even know. It's just going to randomly come in. Lance McCool guy is one of the biggest supporters of this community that we all know. He didn't even find me through that community though. He randomly found me because of one of my short videos, and he joined and said, "Hey, what's up, man? Nice video," or whatever. That was the start of it. I'm like, "Hey, thanks." Then I seen him in a couple other feeds. I'm like, "Hey, there's that Lance guy. Hey, what's up, Lance?" Now me and Lance messenger each other and stuff, and got like a, you know, online friendship going on. You just gotta chill out, do you, put up some content that you're trying to be about. It'll fucking happen. Don't worry about it. Ooh, I've almost seen enough. That's warning number one, buddy. Had to give him a quick warning. He's kind of been a little off. Then he's asking for a ride out the blue. Exactly, Jody. Oh, sorry. I finally had to put him in timeout though. That he's kind of been on one for a little while, and then he just was like, "Hey, if anybody's got a rod, hit me up." I mean, come on. That's his first warning. You know, hopefully that's a lesson. If not, he can go off the channel. Yeah, Val. Appreciate you paying attention as always. Yes, you use swag right, or maybe swagger. Let me read the full count. You might have meant swagger. Let's see here. Has grew with this channel. I mean, he went from the bank to the keg. Yeah, pretty much. I still say that song is awesome. I've only seen two fishing songs that I just like. Oh man, that's on point. And that all summer long is definitely one of them. I cannot recall the other one. I remember linking it on Facebook one time. Cannot recall it right now though, but it's that's the only two fishing songs I've ever heard where I was just like, oh man, that's the shit. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this jacket on. I did bring this little camera out here to test earlier. I didn't do a real test with it, but just because it has that foam microphone and the lens protector and it's 4K and all that jazz, I just did a couple quick little shoot things with it so I can test out how it sounds and looks. So I'll probably upload that at some time. The only thing that sucked about this thing is it didn't come with no SD card, so I had to buy SD card. So I bought a 3-pack of 128 gig to test it out. So I didn't do a long test. I'll probably do a longer test sometime when I have like better time. But it does have a nice little screen to it. That's a pretty wide screen. So it's easily seen and all that. Yeah. There's a new country song about fishing. All right, that's cool. I'll check that out when I get back home. Exactly, Has. That's what I'm trying to. Well, that's what I was trying to tell him. Like, do you, even if you get ideas from people, you know, like lighting or whatever, you ain't trying to be them, man, because that's already them. Do you? And you know, if you want to mingle. Don't be so needy. That's why I put the time out on. Hopefully it comes back. If not, you know, sorry, brother. Going about the business. It's just he been in and out off and on and kind of seeming needy about everything. So I was on my way. I got 2, 1 came real fast. Yeah, we all go there. I've been down a few times. I mean, that's why I look like this. Sometimes you see me in the light. But yeah, just pick yourself up there, fool. Get back in there, man. Whenever you can. I know I always enjoy you on the channels. Right, Lou. That's why I finally had enough. It kind of started earlier with, you know, sub me this and that and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, people. And then it came into, can I be a mod? This and that. And I'm like, yeah, possibly, man. I gotta get to know you a little bit, whatever. You ain't gotta earn it. Cause he said, what can I do to earn it? I'm like, you ain't gotta earn it. But you know, I'll check you out, whatever. Maybe I'll do it, this and that. Then he goes into asking for Haz's link 5 times just to say I'm already subbed to you. Welcome back, Jack. I hope you've been listening. And then it's like, hey, somebody got a ride. So yeah, welcome back, Jack. I hope you understand what I was saying. If you paid attention while you were on that timeout, trying to give you, you know, I don't know much, but I'm trying to give you little advice. And these people in here, they know the game. So if they give you some advice, pay attention to it, man. I'll just know life and how I take it. So that's all I can say. And how I view the YouTube thing. But these guys know the game. So pay attention and settle into your own, man. Did you send that to me in Messenger too, Val? Obviously, I can't watch it right now. But if you send it to me in Messenger, I'll check it out as soon as I get home, probably. Yeah, Deadpool. Hey, and you got the community to always hang out with if you're feeling down too. People always gonna try to entertain. Oh no, yeah, I get you, Val. I was just saying I can't click it because, as far as I know, I mean, unless I guess if yeah, because I'm not on the desktop, so I can't share screen. Speaking of which, I'm gonna do that thing pretty soon. I don't know, sometime this week probably. Might be early in the afternoon. I don't know. I don't work till 2 for the rest of the week. Worst case scenario, I'll probably do it Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, something like that, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if I was preaching, but yeah, I guess kind of. Yeah, I also wouldn't worry about that either, Jack. Uh, like I said, man, I don't know if you were in here earlier when I was trying to explain. Don't worry about numbers, but I've only been doing this a little over 2 months, and according to the statistics that I look at, I've already lost 40, and I'm still at like 140. But I don't technically care about that number. Yeah, I want to grow. I hopefully want to put out content that people want to see. And I do keep track of statistics, because I do want to know what's happening. I want to know what's doing well, what ain't doing well. So eventually, when I get all the pro gear, I'll have a good idea of what's working and what's not. But I'm not going to sit here and worry about, oh shit, today I lost 2 subscribers. Yesterday I lost 4. Because tomorrow I might gain 10. So the numbers, they don't matter so much, man. What matters is trying to perfect what you're doing and finding people who enjoy what you're doing and then getting them to stay with you once you figure it out. Sorry, Val, I just had to swipe your face off my screen. Those little pop-ups. I keep forgetting to turn chat head pop-ups off on Facebook. It pops up and it's like right in the middle of my screen on here. See, that's why I love this community, man. When somebody says, "Hey, I got something going on, or I'm going through some things," you guys step up and say, "Hey, man, it's gonna be all right. We got you. We're here for you." Because, like I said, I've always kind of been a loner. I'm getting used to trying to learn you guys, chit chat with you guys, whatever. My wife and my kids are very sociable. They love going out and doing things and whatever. I've always pretty much been on my own, except for them. But through this community, I'm kind of learning to put myself out there a little more and get to know you guys a little more. I always love when somebody's going through something. Everybody comes together. All right, see you, Jack. You too, man. Like I said, just pay attention when people are trying to give you advice, man. Nobody's mad at you, but if you take the advice, you'll do much better than just keeping on the same track what you're doing. Take it easy, man. Yeah, that's just like you guys. What the hell? You're supporting me for. I'm sitting here with nothing, not even a bluegill tonight. Everybody's chatting, having fun, hanging out. The crawdad just splashed up there. That's the only thing I've heard is one fish jump and one crawdad splash. This is crazy. I'm just enjoying a peaceful night though. Power positivity goes a long way. Yes, it does. It's all about the fish. Oh, I know. That's what I said. Especially, I mean, it happens to all of us. Hell, there's, if I recall right, Chunky just recently went out and only caught one fish. It happens to everybody. It's more about the, like I said, I like the chat and the company. If it wasn't for people hanging out tonight, I probably would have went home and went to bed instead of enjoying this beautiful, you know, relaxing scene. Just as a fisherman, it frustrates me when this happens. Especially now that I got two of your rods, I wanted to hit one on it. This water out in front of me is like 30 feet deep. I was hoping to come out here and get one on there tonight. But hey, I'm chilling either way. Just wondering why three cars pulled up in that parking lot all of a sudden. Y'all missed it earlier. Some crazy partiers came down here and was jumping in the water, and it's like 60 degrees. It's barely above 60 degrees here. They were down there jumping in the water by the boat dock. Yeah, exactly. Deadpool and Brian B. And trust me, I mean, I get in the moods too where I'm like feeling negative as all hell, and it is hard to get positive sometimes. But if you do start looking at stuff, like I said, I mean, if I'm feeling down right now, I mean, I'm not in no depression stage, but if I'm feeling down about something, I'm like, ugh, this sucks or that sucks. Man, I'll just come look for some Has or Brian B or Fish Snatcher or Chunky or whatever. You got all you guys' personalities are so bubbly. They just you can't help but laugh. Then when you laugh and you're feeling positive, so that negative just rolls off your shoulders by watching, good attitudes and good personalities, and then on top of that, sometimes be catching some fish. And then like the wonderful chatters that be scrolling and caring about each other and cracking jokes. It just it heals the soul, man. The polar bear club. uh yeah, I could not do that. That's what them damn people down here almost seem like. Because it's 63 degrees now. It actually, for some reason, it keeps going up like 1 degree. It's 64 now. It was 62 earlier when I first got down here. It was 61. So got some kind of weird nighttime warm trend going by. Yeah, my girl does that too, Val. A lot of times she'll post like positive messages, like especially like positive memes or whatever. He said never again. Yeah, I'm never once, that's for sure. I'm sure it's invigorating, I guess, but ain't something I'm gonna do. I don't even like getting into the pool that's been sitting in the sun for 3 days. We put our pool up this year. I gave it like 4 days in the sun, I think it was. The kids and the lady was enjoying it. I put my pinky in there. I was like, I had to give it about a week and a half to warm up. Jody, if you're in there, maybe you're sure to bring me better luck than Mike T's did. Mike T, if you're in there, that's a shout out against your shirt right now, dang it. Just kidding, man. It was gonna happen tonight. I can tell by the way this leak is acting. Boomerang it back. Look over again. To get them all lit up on the whiskey and bourbon first, huh? I don't know though, man. Y'all had seen me lit. I'm not jumping in no ice water, no matter what. Like 4 types of birds going off over there. I heard a blue heron, a geese, a duck, and a seagull. Yeah, I ain't drinking for free to jump in the water. I'll gladly go ahead and pay for mine to avoid jumping in that water. I'll be right back. Going down there by all those birds to see why they were down there. Maybe if there was fish, but I don't see no fish busting down that way either. See, that's that deep hole. That's 4 ounces away, and it just drops and drops and drops and drops. There's like a spot out there that when I throw that 4 ounces, it takes at least like 10 to 15 seconds to actually hit bottom. It'll keep loosening, loosening, loosening. This one I threw close. And then this one here, I threw that way, and it did the same thing. It takes like 15 seconds to hit the bottom. Speaking of Jameson, that's funny. That's my son's name. And just because people know I like to drink, they're like, "Did you name him after the whiskey?" I'm like, no. We wanted his initials to be JT for like a nickname, but we didn't want just James or John or some simple name like that. So we named him Jameson. Yeah, maybe you didn't see it. Let me show you. Because bait fish weren't biting. I was here about a half hour, maybe almost 40 minutes before I went live, and I couldn't get any bluegills or green sunfish. And I went walking along these rocks to see if I could see anything bust. I mean, these stairs to see if I could see any shad running or anything. Couldn't see anything. I went ahead and threw a blind cast net, just throw it out there, see if I can get anything. Didn't get anything. But then I saw something scurrying away from the edge of the step. Let me show you. Quit pinching me. I have like handfuls of crawdads that are walking along these stairs in a moss bed. So I figured, I'm gonna go wipe my hands off. I know when the shad are running, if I use shad, I do very well. So since I saw all these crawdads running along that step in the moss bed, I'd go ahead and snag up a bunch of crawdads. I have not even seen a crawdad for damn near 10 years. But I know when I was little, I used to use crawdads in some creeks and rivers and stuff. So I figured I'd go ahead and give it a try. Ain't nothing been happening though. They're fishing ones. If they're just right there. I like walk. I showed a video earlier. Like I mean, not a video, but I pointed the camera down there earlier, and I went and got on my hands and knees and snatched some more out of the water. I mean, I do eat crawdads, but I would prefer to probably buy them than just snatch them out of this lake and eat them. Especially etouffee, man. I love that crawfish etouffee. I still don't know if I say that right, but I know that's how it looks like it's pronounced. I love crawfish etouffee. Nope, still haven't caught none, Jeremy. Hell, I'm almost tempted to bring some of these to that pond if we do get to do our pond thing this week. Because what I'm gonna do is throw them all in my turtle tank, and if he don't eat them, I might take a few out to the pond and try them there. He said Charlie Brown back, but no, I do enjoy eating crawfish, but I don't think I'm just gonna snatch them out of this lake, especially not right next to the power plant. I don't know if you know that, but I'm fishing. Let's see if I can get it in there. There it is. I'm fishing right next to the power plant. And see, that's what's funny is I actually love crawdads, but I don't like lobster. I think lobster's overrated. They're the roaches of the ocean. I do like crab legs. I do like crab legs, but I don't like lobster. Uh, I love scallops and mussels, things like that. But for some reason, not so much on the lobster. I've had maybe two in my life and didn't like neither one. Hell yeah, Lance. Dang it. Camera handle loosened up on me on that last turn. Hey, that might be a funny challenge. Fucking uh, Mike V. John. Who's gonna skunk harder? No, I'll tell you, I make sure I catch one. I will make sure I catch at least one that day. Now, try to clear all these notifications I got up here. Sweet, it's stuck. Every once in a while, I try to clear them 50 notifications and I accidentally exit my stream. Some crawdads. 40 pounds. I'll do that in a weekend. Thursday is Jeremy and Jody's flathead thing, ain't it? Or is there something else you guys are talking about? Thursday is Jeremy and Jody's flathead only competition. I think it's like from 10 to 4 or something like that. If I recall right. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You guys are doing that during the afternoon time too. What time is that one, Has? I forget. Obviously, I have the reminder on, so I ain't worried about it. But right offhand, I forget. Yeah, that's what I said. I said they're the cockroach of the sea. Lou. Uh, I'm going fishing that morning. I don't know if anybody can moderate between them two. If I recall right, I think Thursday's a big old long full day of stuff. If I recall right, there was a couple other. I think Mark over at Catfish and Crappie or Panfish Weekly or something like that has something going on later on after you guys, and then it goes and then Jeremy and Jody come up. Yeah, if I'm recalling the order of events. I'll just have to hit set reminder on some of them. That way I'll get the pop up for sure. Because I've noticed that even when you subscribe all bell, it seems like if you do that to enough people, like you'll miss some notifications. So anytime I see something that I'm like, oh, I definitely want to catch that one, I'll just go ahead and click that set reminder. So that'd be fire my time. Yeah. I'll be getting in a dinner rush. I'm gonna watch that one in the background. I'm gonna put my phone up in front of my plates. I'll be on the line cooking, but I can put my phone by me. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that one. So that's gonna be awesome watching that one while I'm at work, and then, like I said, I'll be able to catch Jody and him after. gonna be a good day. Welcome back, Jody. How did he do over there tonight? I know he's always getting some good ones over there. I'm still laughing at that night that raccoon wouldn't leave him alone. Oh, I'm sure he was biting his tongue on that one. I'm gonna have to catch that replay. I like bacon wrapped blackened shrimp. Like I'll blacken my shrimp and cook the bacon halfway through and then wrap it around the shrimp, then skewer it, finish off that bacon. That's some good stuff. Exactly as last time, Jody. So far, not a been a good time in the chat though, but nothing out here. They ain't even hitting the worms. That's how crazy tonight is. Like it's been so bad too. I've only heard one fish splash the entire time, Jody, and I think it was a carp probably. It sounded like it like launched out of the water, so it sounded like a carp splash, not a beaver tail or nothing. And it was kind of far enough out there. I don't think it was a bass. Well, especially a flathead bite. But yeah, it's been a fun night in chat. I've been entertained, and you know, once again, just getting to know folks more. Had to time one out for a minute. Good lord, it's already almost 12:32. Yeah, here in a little bit, I'll probably take some of my equipment to the car at least, and then I might hang out till 1. I don't know. This is just crazy. But I'll take at least some of the equipment, so once I'm ready, it'll just be the rods and the camera and the cooler that I got the rods sitting on. I don't mind getting a skunkum, but I'll tell you, when even worms ain't hitting, that's what's got me like, what the heck's going on right now? If you throw on night crawlers and they ain't even touched, that seems weird. What do you say? Oh, one of them eating crawdads to your finger, you'll get a bite. I already did. I already did that quite a few times. Y'all heard me say, let go of my knuckles when I grabbed a fistful of them. They're like pinching the hell out of me. But I mean, yeah. That's funny, Lou. So I guess technically I've had a few bites tonight, Jody, because they did pinch me quite a few times. Almost every time I stole the camera or when I reached in and grabbed them, they would be biting on me. I don't know if y'all will be able to see that, but that's how bad the dew point is out here, though. I mean, everything is just wet as heck out here already. That usually don't happen till the morning, but charge on this phone, by the way. 30%. Let's get it back to start charging. Come on, my explain. I don't know why when people break off string, they don't take it with them or anything. This one didn't even take the gear part of it. I just found a big old fistful of string. It's got a hook and it's got like 3 split shots on it and a swivel. So I guess I get to get rid of some garbage and pick up some gear. Hey, what's going on, Hogleg? Duggar. No, sir. It's been one. I just went ahead and took some of the gear back to the car so that pretty soon here I'll probably have another smoke and sip a little Dr. Pepper here, relax for a minute, and probably be saying a good nights. They didn't hit the worm, didn't hit the crawdad, nothing going on. Fun times though. Had some laughs, had some relaxation. Wasn't thinking about work or home. Put those back in frame just in case. I never know. It might be that 1240 bite. Normally around here, 9 to 10 is when they like to smack around for a little while. But, hey, what's going on, Eric? Hello, hello. I tell you, this phone battery ain't too bad. Let's see, we're at 3 hours and 40 minutes, and I've just now plugged it in. It's got 33% charge still. Right when I plugged this in, when I started packing up. You're trying to keep me awake all night, Jody? Taking that before hauling a pontoon out. Yeah, once I get home, I'm gonna see who's on, just in case. I might hang out a little bit more tonight. Do some browse around, see who's doing what. If not much, I might actually just hit me a loco and go to bed. I'll tell you though, man, I got the bug so bad this year because of how good the beginning of the year was that I may even come out here in my damn snowsuit. I got like one of them Jason Voorhees jumpsuits and it keeps me warm. I might be out here in November fishing, maybe even December, depends. We'll see about that one. I normally don't do the cold water stuff, but I don't know. I just got the bug this year. Oh, really? I finally see a fish. It looks like a drum, but there's a fish literally swimming. You ain't gonna see him. It's too dark. You might see a little glimmer. He's coming up towards the cooler now. It's a drum, it looks like. I hit his tail. It was a drum. I was gonna do a what the fish snatcher? I was gonna snatch him out. I hit his tail. Just a little drum bug. Maybe a pound if that. That was funny though. Oh, fit Jeremy, come here. I did do that with a bullhead this year. We were in Lake Taylorville, and there was one swimming behind the dam, and I reached in and snatched him out. It's probably, yeah, I say about a pound and a half, something. I don't know. It was pretty big for a bullhead. Let's see, what do I got left here? All right, guys. Once again, I appreciate everybody hopping in tonight. Those that popped in and out when they could. Those who hung around for a while. All the laughs, the sharing, the caring about other people when they were sharing what they're going through. It's always good stuff, man. Especially, not like tonight. All right, just make sure I ain't missing nobody there. That popped in. All right, and then if anybody is going live, I'll probably catch you once I get home. I'm get home, see if the lady's doing anything or not. Hey, Evan. Yeah, he's up there somewhere. He was just talking a minute ago. I'm about to reel these rods in, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and cook and go home. Appreciate everybody that came in, as always. That's how bad it was. My worm balls turned into worm spaghetti. Wow. said outrun. No, I didn't forget my phone. See, back in the day, when all I did was only fish, the last thing to go was my poles and my net. Nowadays, you get the extra few minutes while the chatters are going at it. So my last thing to leave now is the camera. All right, for real, man. I love you guys. It. I had fun. Thanks for chilling out with me, keeping me entertained during the skunking. I appreciate every minute of it. Like I said, the way you guys treat each other when times are hard, it it's affected me a little too. Like, I appreciate everything. So I'll just leave it there. Peace out, guys, and I will see what's going on when I get home, if anything's going on or not. Take it easy.